Hey, Dan, after all the things we heard about movies you don't know, what did you learn at film school? Best Christian from Germany. Honestly, I'm going to be totally honest here. Not much at all. Because when I say I didn't go to class in college, like I mean that. Like I probably spent less time.
Where'd you go to school?
KU, University of Kansas.
And they let you graduate by not going to
That's
class?
yeah. Well, yeah. There's a whole story with that, but basically,
well,
We got time, Dan.
I was selected for Mars.
I'll tell the story if you want to hear why I didn't have to go to class.
About
Really.
5 words.
Yeah.
There are two big reasons.
One sentence, 2 sentences.
One is like a real reason. One is the biggest horseshit. I just got lucky and got straight A's for nothing.
Okay.
Well, because I took a film course in my college. My major is there's film in my major title. It's a pretty stupid title, but like I had to make movies. I had to produce. I had to fake produce movies. I had to do a lot of stuff.
So here's the short version.
Okay.
Basically, I was doing my own sketch comedy show, and so I was writing and directing and shooting and doing everything on my own, and I was just putting it on local TV. And I asked my one of my instructors, like, "Hey, I did all this work outside of class. Like, is there any way I can get retroactive credit for this?" And he was like, "Yeah, just sign up for all my classes, for a while, and you don't have to show up or whatever." So I basically had permission.
That's so bananas.
It's like retroactive credit, and I had whole semesters where I didn't go at all.
Wait, but hold on a second. How many classes did this professor teach?
A lot. And so, I remember one semester was 14 hours of film classes, film production classes.
And he taught all those classes?
And I got straight A's in all of them. I literally have never touched film stock in my life.
You would have had the same teacher for 5 classes?
Yeah, and he just gave me...
I've had a lot of repeat teachers.
But in one semester?
Too. Yeah, I did. Not the same semester.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a couple times in one semester. But.
Really? Same professor for a couple of classes?
Yeah, I would have professors who would teach, different versions of history courses or different production courses.
Huh.
Don't get me wrong. I like I said, also majored in film. A lot of nonsense in that major, right? I took a class just on Woody Allen.
Okay.
Oh God.
Right? It was great.
Gotta get them credits.
It was great. But at the same time, there's lecture outside of the Woody Allen class. There's really in-depth lectures,
papers, and you gotta be there. Screenings.
How did you do this? You sorcerer.
Here's another example. There was an intermediate film production class I was supposed to take, which you had to take beginner film production as a prereq, but that's one of them I just got a free A for and never showed up for once. So I signed up for intermediate film production, whatever, I'll bite the bullet, I'll figure it out. I know how to do nonlinear editing on Premiere and all that stuff. I can figure out film. Show up for the first day, and the teacher's like, "Hey, you're going to have to you have to buy your film stock here." And I saw how much it cost, and I was like, "Fuck that." Yeah. And so I left, never went back. And I was also too lazy to actually go to Strong Hall and drop classes, so I would just take the F. But then I got an F, and it hurt my GPA, or there's some reason that I couldn't just take the F.
That's generally an F with your GPA.
So I went to the teacher, and this is after I'd already gotten my free
This is after
credit.
the semester.
Yes. And I was like, "Hey," I won't say his name, but I know I didn't ever show up for class, but I got this F. Is there any way I can do a big project or something and just get a pass-fail situation just so I don't have an F? And he was like, "Well, did you do any film production, any video production this semester at all?" And at this point, my college sketch show was off the air. I was done with that. The only thing I had done for video production was, have you ever done a power hour?
Drinking? Yeah.
Where every minute you take a shot of beer.
Are you about to tell us a power hour prevented you from failing a film course?
I might be going that direction.
Oh my God.
So I liked doing power hours a lot back then. And so we used to get programs that you could attach to iTunes, and every 60 seconds it would change the song. And when the song changes, you take a shot and blah, blah, blah. I made a video where it was hey, here's a clip from an old Eddie Murphy SNL sketch for a minute. Here's the November Rain music video for a minute. Here's a silly commercial.
Thing to edit. That's not even.
It's super easy. So I just set it all to 60 seconds. I made it, and since I wasn't going to class, I would go to campus during when there's a lot of foot traffic with a ton of these DVDs, and I would sell them for $10 a pop. So I would spend my days just selling these fucking Power Hour DVDs. It's just Dan's Power Hour DVD. I still have a bunch of them.
God.
I think in my apartment.
I want to see.
I would love to see this 2005 ass. What I thought I was was funny.
We should upload it to the site.
Yes.
Yes.
It's definitely breaking a ton of copyright laws. It's all music videos and stuff.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
But yeah, I mean, I could bring it in. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. So I was just selling those during the day.
Let's do the power
Film
hour.
in 40s with the Power Hour.
So he said, "Did you do any video production work this semester?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did this Power Hour DVD." And he's like, "Yeah, you can bring it in." I gave it to him, and I got an A+ in the class.
That's insane.
fucking
That's
crazy.
so insane.
Isn't KU like a respected institution?
Yeah.
That's.
I don't know why it worked that well.
I went to film school.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
did so
I
many
did
videos.
not go to film school for 72 years.
I think I did homework once, and the only reason was I realized my last class, it was called Conspiracy Theories in North America.
That's
I just
cool.
had
That
the
is a
semester
that's a
was
Midwestern
one class. And I remember thinking, like, I had never actually stepped foot
Wait.
in a library on campus. And we had these giant, crazy, cool-looking libraries and stuff. And I was like, you know what? For a novelty, like, we're supposed to do this paper at the end of the semester. We're supposed to write a big thing. I'm going to go to the library, and I'm going to sit down in the library, and I'm going to write a paper. And, like, I still just, like, grabbed a bunch of books to put in a bibliography and then just bullshitted the rest. But yeah, I was in a library once. I did homework once as a novelty. I did not do any work.
Let
in
me
college
ask you
at all.
So
this.
insane.
It's so insane.
Are you proud of that?
No. Here's the thing.
Well,
I think
that's a deep question.
There used to be a weird kind of pride thing about that, but now I think about it, and like people used to get mad when I would tell them this story because it's like, oh, how dare you know?
Abby's head is on fire.
Yeah, well, because I know so I understand now why people get mad because like a lot of people don't have the privilege of being able to
Right.
go to college, and like a lot of people wish they could go for the right purpose of learning and everything like that. You know,
Yes, a lot of people do.
yeah, so I do totally understand that. Like when I talk about my college days, it's I just fucking drank and played video games. But that is just the truth. I'm not saying that as a prideful thing, but I really did just drink and review video games for 5.5 years.
So you
Did you wind up in debt?
No,
Okay, so you were able to get through without college debt.
I didn't have any student loan. Well,
Okay.
yeah,
so
Okay.
30. What are you? 32.
I just turned 33.
So does 33-year-old Dan Reichert look back at 20-year-old Dan Reichert and like, oh, maybe I should have done
No,
this?
because if I would have gone to class, I wouldn't have reviewed so many video games and got a job.
But do you feel like there was
I'm just-
do you feel
I
like there was
can't
a
argue
missed
with that.
opportunity that might have, like, say, informed some of the discussions about space people and
I mean, honestly,
Buildy boys or whatever you call
You should
them?
just gone to elementary school.
honestly, 100%, because I put all my like skill points into.
You
I want
max.
to learn how to play or write about video games. I want to get a job,
Hey, man.
and I'll
There
admit
was no other
ignorance in a
path.
lot of topics.
There was no other path he could have taken.
It
This
worked.
was it.
I have no
This
regrets.
was it.
I think what's also bananas to me is that like I went to all my classes. I did so many internships. I took those sketch classes. I did all of that. Like you can have time to write about video games.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like
That's
college,
all I
you get
did.
so much time to. Oh, God.
Yeah.
No, brother.
I mean,
I know,
I
it's a
made
big
sketches.
one.
I was doing. I went there because I liked video production so much, and I loved making those comedy sketches on the side. But it was stuff that like the classes I don't think would let me do like comedy sketches the way I wanted to. So I just did it on my own time.
I just
Yeah, but
can't.
you'll have the skills.
I think
to make
also
those
a
better.
lot of people maybe don't realize the opportunities that are available in college until it's too late sometimes.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
fair.
I think about all the night, right? Like, didn't you spend like how many nights overnight in like the editing lab, right, Abby?
Oh,
like
forget
doing
it.
stuff,
Oh,
like
yeah.
put it like editing.
We used to put like pieces because we had a lot of render time.
Yeah.
So we used to put like just pieces of paper
and everyone like
upside down.
smoke
Like,
cigarettes.
don't fucking
yeah.
touch
Oh,
me.
Don't
yeah.
you dare
Oh.
touch this.
Yeah, this computer's owned by me for the next 8 hours.
My freshman year, I had to cut film on a Steinbeck.
It's Steinbeck.
I didn't have that. I mean, I
Steinbeck?
could
Steinbeck?
edit at
Steinbeck.
home, which
Steinbeck.
was nice.
No, John Steinbeck.
Right, the author.
Well, one of my best friends that lived right next to me, he was an engineering student, and like I just couldn't wrap my head around like. It's Tuesday night. It's $1.50 schooners at Louisa's. Why aren't we getting wasted right now? And he's like, dude, I have like fucking 6 midterms tomorrow in this paper. And like, I just never understood people that had college where they actually had to do stuff.
Like real
Look,
responsibilities.
I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
watch the series on Netflix of Dan in college. I would watch the shit out
It'd
of
be
it.
pretty one note.
That's okay. That's okay.
I always did. I didn't realize this until after. Like, there's like, there were old at the time, would seem like older people that would be in classes, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Well, like people in
Like
their
people
30s
auditing
and
it.
40s.
and they were always the most serious student.
Yeah, because they're like, shit has to happen now.
I'm like, I need to learn this thing,
Yeah.
and I'm also paying $1,500 a credit, and didn't realize until
And
I
have
walked out
children,
of college with $50,000, $60,000 in student loans, and then realized like, oh, yeah, that's right. I was probably paying a lot of money for stuff. I mean, I kind of realized that after my like second year, like I should probably get my shit together. But it took me a bit. You know, I think there's a leeway there for freshmen who come in.
It's hard.
And like, especially if you're going away to school.
To tell a 19-year-old to like get it together.
When they're away from home for the first time and they're socializing.
And like, there's no concept of money and like, oh my gosh, like I guess I'll just sign up for all these loans.
Yeah.
I'm going to be making tons of money when I'm done out of here. Who cares?
Yeah.
So everybody has a second mortgage on their house.
Nice.
Thanks.
Nice.
Dan, I just don't want people to think that you're celebrating.
No, that's the thing. I do want to clarify that, like, in previous things, I'm sure there were videos from 6-7 years ago where I'm like, wow, why would it's stupid to work in college? Like, no, I feel differently about it now, and I totally understand why that can be a frustrating thing to hear. So, but that is what my college was like. So that's the honest truth.
What your college experience was like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you work while you were in college?
Oh yeah.
I worked too.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah. I worked at a call center. So like. Yeah, I was not just drinking.
No, I wasn't saying like, look at this guy.
Hey, were you playing video games while you were working at the call center?
Oh, yeah. But I raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the school.
Oh, that's
so
right.
there.
We've heard those stories about.
Yes.
I worked at the concessions, like the late night concession thing. Well, we had dorm delivery, which was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I had to like make like chicken parm subs and stuff like that. Quick story. Because I was also 19 at one point in my life.
No.
So living in the dorms, and I was like making chicken parm sandwiches and all that stuff. But I got into this thing where I started writing music lyrics on the wrapper for the sandwiches, right?
Oh, did you start did it go viral?
No.
This was the early 70s.
And I was like writing Bowie lyrics or whatever, right? One
nice.
night. And like one of them was like, oh, and these children that you spit on are going to change the world, changes.
Yeah.
And somebody called my manager, was like, "Is somebody fucking spit in my I'm not eating this. This isn't funny. I want a new one." And then there's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Are you writing that you spit in a sub?" I was
Caravello, you had one job.
You had one job. It was mop the floor. Yeah. And what are you doing?
And all you had to do was not spit in the sandwich.
And then, no, it's a Bowie lyric. It's like, David Bowie changes. It's like, don't spit in people's food.
Don't write spit on the food.
Not paying you to write lyrics, Caravello.
Don't be. You fucking art majors. Like,
God. Liberal arts majors. God, you're killing me.
It wasn't liberal arts, okay? It was fine arts. Thank you. I did not pay whatever my salary was. My school. It was public school. It was state school. So it was probably like $45,000 or $50,000
less.
Yeah. And what was awesome though was like come like Super Bowl night, we just made all the wings, and then we'd have somebody be like, just order like a chicken parm. Be like, got a big order coming up, guys. They want 7,000 chicken wings. And I just drop the whole bag in and then put it in a crate and just bring it up to like my room and like give out all the chicken wings and stuff. Be like, you saved me, so I'm gonna be off in like an hour. I guess I was probably stealing.
Yeah,
we're admitting a lot on this show today.
Stealing.
Hey, he broke the law. I didn't break any laws.
Keep those skeletons
That's
in
big
my
guy
closet.
came down and wanted to fight me.
Oh, Jesus.
It's college. Everyone wants to fight everybody for some stupid reason. And then I worked at the library overnight, which I feel like everybody works that overnight shift at the library. And yeah, there was some point in college where I didn't sleep for like a week. And I'd convinced myself that like, oh my gosh, I don't have to sleep anymore. This is great. I can get so much work done. And then like fell asleep in the middle of like a floor. Passed out somewhere.